It is now day 38 in the Israel-Hamas war. Here are the most recent developments. The health ministry in Gaza says the Palestinian death toll has gone up to 11,078 since hostilities began on October 7th, and in Israel, more than 1,200 people have been killed. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has hinted at the possibility of an agreement for the release of hostages in Gaza. He told NBC News, quote, "There could be an agreement, but I think the less I say about it, the more I increase the chances it materializes." The Director General of the WHO tweeted that the situation at Al-Shifa is dire and perilous. Health professionals who the WHO are in touch with say patient fatalities are increasing. The hospital has been without electricity and water for 3 days. Gaza's largest hospital's last generator ran out of fuel Saturday, leading to the deaths of 3 premature babies and 4 other patients. That's according to the health ministry in Gaza. It said another 36 babies are at risk of dying. Israel's military claims it placed 300 liters of fuel near Al-Shifa overnight and coordinated the delivery with hospital officials, but said Hamas prevented the hospital from receiving the fuel. A health ministry spokesperson disputed this claim, saying this fuel would not be enough to operate the generator for an hour. The Palestinian Red Crescent Society said Gaza's second largest hospital, Al-Quds, is also out of service. A spokesperson said hospital staff have been struggling to treat patients that are there with limited supplies and fuel. The Palestinian Red Crescent Society shared this video on X on November 12th, showing some of the displaced children sheltering in the hospital. The organization said their goal is to bring smiles to the faces of these children, despite the scenes of pain and fear they experience due to the ongoing Israeli shelling in the vicinity of the hospital. India was among 145 countries which voted in favor of a UN resolution condemning Israeli settlement activities in the occupied Palestinian territory. This comes less than 2 weeks after India abstained on a Jordanian-drafted resolution on the Israel-Hamas conflict. More than 1.8 lakh people across France marched peacefully November 12th to protest against rising anti-Semitism in the wake of the Israel-Hamas war. France's president did not attend, but he shared this message on X, saying, quote, "A France where our Jewish fellow citizens are afraid is not France. A France where French people are afraid because of their religion or their origin is not France." The president of Indonesia, home to the world's biggest Muslim population, called for a ceasefire ahead of meeting U.S. President Joe Biden in Washington Monday. Indonesia's president also called for peace negotiations and additional humanitarian aid. Thank you for joining us for this update. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you the latest developments in this complex and evolving situation.